Once upon a time in the ancient kingdom of Ulan, located in Central Land, a remarkable and resilient queen emerged. Her name was Alara, and she ascended to power following the death of her husband, the king. Despite their 10 years of marriage, the couple remained childless, despite trying various herbs and remedies from both their kingdom and nearby realms. After the death of the king, Queen Alara went into power and ruled wisely. After a while, she was compelled by the elders of the land to take a husband for herself, and she chose Uzoma, a very humble farmer who was very hardworking and diligent. 2 years passed, she still couldn't get pregnant. In sheer desperation, she resorted to breaking the code of royalty by bringing in young men to lay with her in an attempt to conceive. This also didn't work. At her wit's end, she decided to go on a journey to a distant land to consult a powerful witch doctor whose testimonies were numerous on how he gave solutions to the most hopeless of situations. She succeeded in meeting with the witch doctor. He revealed to her that he had seen her future in which she dies without a child as is destined by the gods of the land. But she kept insisting for the witch doctor to change that future, even if it required her doing anything, no matter what it costs her. On this, the witch doctor revealed that for her to conceive, she must sacrifice 7 children from her kingdom. The solution itself tested everything the queen held dear in her life. This was too much a price to pay, but the queen seemed to have made her decision, whatever it would take. So, she gave in. He gave her a powdered substance to blow into the air in the center of her kingdom. She must do this on a full moon night in the sight of no human. The queen took the substance and traveled back to her kingdom, but her conscience kept fighting her from inside to reconsider. Instead, she resolved to renew the plan. She chose to blow the substance in another kingdom which she was traveling through while she passed the night in the kingdom of Olam, just before her kingdom. At night, she came out to the full moon and blew the dusted substance in the center of the kingdom. She quickly ran back to her hut. That night, a spirit appeared to her and questioned why she chose to carry out the sacrifice in another kingdom instead of hers. She spoke to the spirit in a very harsh manner and asked it to leave her to her decisions. That night, a dark cloud swept through the kingdom of Olam and randomly took away the lives of 7 children. At sunrise, the kingdom was filled with tears and immense sorrow. But the queen had to continue her journey. She sympathized with the king of the kingdom and continued on her journey. 1 month after her arrival, she confirmed to have taken in. She was extremely excited, and the entire kingdom celebrated with the queen's pregnancy. When the time was due, she gave birth to a beautiful daughter and named her Ada. Time went by, and Adelina grew into a beautiful and intelligent child. In her 7th year, she fell ill. The ailment grew from bad to worse in a few days, and everyone was worried and scared for the princess. In one of those nights, the spirits appeared again to the queen. It told her that this was as a result of the error she made during the sacrifice of 7 heads. Her action means every 7 years the sacrifice must be renewed. This came as a sheer shock to the queen who thought her past was totally behind her. The spirit told her that the only way to keep Adelina alive was to sacrifice another 7 children to give her another 7 years. This wasn't something the queen was willing to do again, especially considering she would have to do it in her kingdom, and specific instructions had been given to her. The spirit also told her that the second option would be to sacrifice herself. The queen was devastated by this information. She couldn't bear the thought of watching her daughter die or killing another 7 children from her kingdom or any other kingdom for that matter. She had waited for years to feel the warmth of a child, only to be threatened with her doom. After a very extensive time to think about everything, the queen decided she would give her life instead. 3 days after the spirits visited, Adelina started to feel better and was slowly recovering. On the other hand, the queen began to fall ill. In another 2 days, the queen peacefully passed away in her sleep. The kingdom mourned the queen greatly, and her husband took on the mantle of leadership over the kingdom. Adelina grew and lived out a beautiful life as the princess. The kingdom thrived in goodness and bliss. The story imparts a lesson about the consequences of one's choices and actions. It underscores the importance of ethical decision-making and the far-reaching impact those decisions can have on individuals and communities. The Queen's initial desperation led her to make a morally challenging choice, and the subsequent events highlighted the enduring consequences of that decision. The narrative serves as a reminder to carefully consider the implications of our choices, especially when faced with difficult circumstances, and to prioritize ethical considerations over immediate desires. I hope you enjoyed this. If so, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so that you won't miss out on stories. This is StoryBox Motivational Stories. Stay blessed.